Stop the recording. Alright. Excellent connection. I'd like to go live now, please. So this is a test. I am streaming, but not live. Can you all see this? Hi. Poor connection. I mean, the connection ought to be fine. Can I just start it? Oh, go live. There we go. All right. So now I am both streaming and recording, I think. Oh. Okay. Let's hope that works. Okay. So, hello. I've had some personal family issues to take care of, so I'm a little missing this for a couple of days. But I'm going to try and get back on track, start doing our 11 p.m. PST streams. Just keep working on the project, keep making progress. So the first step is getting back to the characters. We have a total of 6 characters that we have to write up, and we're working on the third one right here. So I don't know if anybody's noticed, but it says 3 of 4, and there's a little circle. That means that it is a common card. It's going to be part of the core set. So the the 2 special characters are not Kickstarter exclusive, but they are special edition. So for the Kickstarter, and my camera's reversed. Yeah, my camera's flipped. Never noticed that before. So when I look at the character, I'm looking over here, but actually it's over there. Interesting. I wonder if that's a thing I can... You know what? I'll deal with it later. So the common characters are the ones which are part of the core set. So there's 4 of them. There's the Fangirl, the Grunger, the Hip Hop Head, and the Free Spirit. So those are the 4 core characters. Those are always going to be the 4 core characters. And then additional characters would be basically part of an expansion pack had we reached those stretch goals. We did reach 1 stretch goal, so the core pack came with 4. The 2 special characters, as designed by our big ticket Kickstarter backers, are special, and we're only going to be doing a limited run of them. And just like the Frog Knights, they are we're going to get 100 of them made total, and then once that card is gone, we're not reprinting it. So hopefully that makes sense. We're kind of thinking this a little bit like a collectible card game, where you want to have that one character that you want to play as, but at the same time there's a lot of freedom to play this character a special way. It just create a little rarity in the cards and a little specialness there without really. I mean, you can play any character you want, so it's really just kind of a fun little thing. So I remember last time I did this, I was looking at that assess value, and looking at it now, it looks like a deflated air balloon. So I'm still not thrilled about this particular one. So we're going to look for silver bullet. I might grab that, and then I'm going to also search for jewel. Because I mean, it's not. I usually like to keep things contemporary to the particular era that it's all taking place in. So I kind of like this pearl earring, or in the case of this guy, maybe he's got. I don't know if we really depicted No, but man, he could have studs in. That was kind of a thing. But in this case, we're either going to. So that necklace, I like this one better. We might see if we can get rid of the chain. We take that. We take this icon, and this goes. That's fine. Let's deal with it later. The other icons, like the hair cutting, I'm happy with that. And all the other icons seem to stick where I want them to be. They look pretty good, I think. So let's close up these other skills we're not working on right now. And we'll just stick with silver bullet. Yeah, we'll stick with the SS value. So I'm going to fix that, and then I'm going to fix the fix up the last character, and we'll see what that gets us. So we need to bring it down to 1.5. Oops, that's what I'm going to do. Bring it down. Turn that permanently right off for now. So what I was thinking about doing was taking this chain, kind of getting rid of that gem, because that's a little, it's not quite as blingy as the other stuff that he's got. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate it, and then we're going to use this tool to grab it. Oh, sorry, I gotta rasterize it first. Rasterize the layer, delete this. Oops. Just grab an eraser tool. Quite the circle I want it to be. Probably because it's, let's do 2 pixels. Try to make the circle a little bit more circular. Still, yeah, it's not so bad. I think that would pass. One more we'll push. That last one didn't help. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, a little off kilter, but alternatively, I actually like this idea much better. Alright, we do that. Getting a little bit closer even. We get rid of this particular connection. Now I may have to cut the stream early because I am watching the girls tonight. So they're sleeping, which is great right now. But they may at some point wake up. And if they do, I gotta go take care of them. Such is the burden of being a father. There we go. That's perfect. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Sorry. You know what it is? I haven't taken my allergy medication. Fool. How could I do it? Normally I have a little bit more time at night. So I'm like, hey, I'll go relax, read a book, take my medications, actually, just kind of be ready for bed. And then I do this, and then I just kind of fall into bed and pass out. But tonight's been a little bit different. So, doing most let's bring this here. would never think of calling myself an artist. I know how Photoshop works, and I know how to, use most of the tools here. But creating something from scratch is very difficult for me, and I expect that's because I didn't go to school for this stuff. So when it's like, hey, I need to make a star, I don't have the practice of making a star. What is a star? What does that look like? Why does it have 4 points? Oh, well, I haven't been recording, so I'm gonna start now. I don't know why that was like that. Okay, I'm now recording. Unfortunately, the beginning of the stream is going to be lost to the mists of time because I wasn't recording. I'm sure it'll still show up on YouTube, but on other platforms, this is where you're going to be starting from, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I was just kind of going over, what I'm doing here, what my goals are. I'm getting a little bit too personal about the medications I'm taking, stuff like that. So, suppose now is a good time as any to say, hey, I've noticed people have started subscribing and watching the streams, so the numbers aren't quite reflecting, but I've been told that is a thing, that people watching part of it, or with a lot of streams, people download them, which doesn't actually give me a view. That's fine. I'm not in this for the views or the subscribers. It's totally cool. I'm more in it for the just kind of getting motivated to do my work that I need to get done, and so that's all. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, wow, this one's kind of. What is missing here? What happened? That's better. So I know how to transform. Anyways, what I was discussing earlier was, I know that doesn't look any better. Don't do that. Let's take a look at that from outside. And let's compare it with the pearl earring. It's the same things. Yeah, it's the same icons. Let's control click that. That makes a new group. Gem sparkle chain. We'll turn that off. Just double check the earring. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I'm sure that's some sort of Photoshop brush, or they just kind of copy and pasted it. Yeah, I mean that looks good. I've kind of found the one thing is I'm not an artist, but I'm sure I've talked with artists who said, yeah, they suffer from this too. Trying to make things perfect. Trying to be like, oh man, I've got to get this exactly the way it needs to be. So that's it's not possible. Perfect is not possible. At some point you just have to let it go and say, you know what, this is good enough. I'm happy with where I left this, and yeah, I mean, at some point you just have to let it go and move on. I have a great idea for this guy. Chef. I was thinking I might giving him sort of food preparation, but that makes me think that he knows how to cut hair, so he's already got kind of like a practical skill. SS value too. I mean, he's got a pretty good mix of things. Does he have an attack? Yeah, he's got blast music. I suppose he doesn't really have a melee attack kind of thing. Let me go back to some of the other ones. These two. Characters 1 and 2. Let those load up. but I feel like I fixed her up and I gave her backflip, so she's got kind of like a physical thing, and then the Grunger knows how to hit people with a baseball bat. So really, what am I? I don't know, drive a car. He shares keepably with her. Not all characters need to share anything. It's just that I don't want to duplicate things. I said that in the previous stream. It's worth reiterating. If anybody's wondering why these characters are kind of like floating in space, it's because I can actually show it. That's the actual border of the card. So if we just turn off that background. So there we go. So that's the actual cut of the card. There's a whole lot of layers. I don't think I can show them right now. There we go, cut area. So actually that's the full size of the card. The red is the minimum cut, and that's the maximum cut. So the actual cards, I still have one right here. The actual cards do have quite a bit of that space at the bottom, but it is potentially possible that the space outside of this red area would be unusable. Weird. So we got background. Nope, background. That's right. Actually, I could have just turned the background off. Okay. Oh dear, the girls are moving. I really don't want this to be like a 15-minute video. The more I messed up the recording, so it ended up being like a 10-minute video. Alright, so let's try to get this done. Okay, so focus. Kind of want to be some sort of food prep thing. Let's see, food. I don't want to go too stereotypical. I've already done that with a couple things this character and other characters do, but so I want to do something outside the box. Like, what does this character do that makes them different? Oh dear, don't wake up. Stay in bed. You're fine. Yeah, every parent to their kids. Oh, let daddy finish his work. Mushrooms? No.